black, yet you're saying she's using us for our culture. But when somebody pretends to be black just to get numbers off us, y'all get mad too. So which one is it?
What's good, you guys, and welcome back again on another episode. How are you doing? If you are joining for the very first time, thank you so much for being here. In today's video, we are going to talk about the conversation of Tyler being black or being colored. I think this went viral a few months ago, but recently again, people are talking about it. People started talking about it when a picture was posted on Twitter, and this person said Travis Scott and Tyler at the GQ after party. Then someone replied and said, "This is the first picture I have seen of Travis with a black woman." Someone now replied to the person who called Tyler a black woman in that picture and said, "I feel bad for Tyler. Americans are just going to ignore the fact that she's not black and continue calling her black, no matter how many times she corrects them." There are so many people in the comment section saying, "Oh, she's black. If I see her, I'm seeing a black person." I feel like a race is viewed differently because of their own history, but we are going to get into what the people are saying about if Tyler is black or not, but she came out to say that she is colored. Without wasting much time, let me just roll the clip and let's just hear the discussion around this.
Yo, so black Americans are mad that Tyler doesn't identify as black. Hi, bull. So you're gonna tell me that y'all are mad that somebody is not claiming to be black, yet you're saying she's using us for our culture. But when somebody pretends to be black just to get numbers off us, y'all get mad too. So which one is it? Do you want the truth? Do you want the truth, Wayna? And what culture is she appropriating? She's colored, which is its own separate race in South Africa. If you don't know what that is, you got Google, look it up. Her hit song that all y'all singing is on an Amapiano beat. That is a South African created. Sorry to my South Africans for these Americans, Shem. The only one of them I claim is my mama.
Tyler is not black. Let's talk about it. Race in the United States is not the same as in South Africa. That's why many Americans were shocked to find out Tyler doesn't identify as black. Blackness in America is defined by the one drop rule, where having just one recent black ancestor and certain facial features gives you this distinction. But in South Africa, concepts of race were influenced by apartheid. So, while indigenous South African groups are considered black, and descendants of British and Dutch colonists are considered white, there's another group called colored. Colored refers to South Africans of mixed ethnicity, often descending from interracial couplings of black Africans and white settlers. This also included South Asians until the end of apartheid. Tyler falls into this category because some of her heritage is Indian, Mauritian, and Zulu. Colored communities in South Africa have a distinct culture that's different from other racial groups in the country. And even though apartheid ended, the way South Africa thinks about race is still the same, with this thinking still ingrained into culture today. So for Tyler, identifying as colored is a function of her heritage and the politics of her homeland. This is Brian Gemma. Follow me if you want to learn more about African politics and pop culture.
21-year-old South African artist Tyler has made it very clear that she doesn't identify as black and she prefers to identify as colored because of her mixed race. And this is causing a discourse. And you can only guess who's arguing with her the most, who's upset the most, and the most angry about her saying she's a colored person. Mind you, she's from South Africa. Being a colored person is basically saying you are mixed biracial of white and black descent or Asian descent, I think. And y'all will fight that. Y'all will be angry, but it's the truth. Black American people want to consider everybody black with a drop of black in them. Everybody not black. And y'all get mad at me. And my point is constantly being proven that being biracial and being black is two different things. And when I tell y'all biracial people can't represent black people, y'all get upset. That's not true. You can't tell somebody how black they are. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Because these biracial mixed race women or multiracial women are coming out and saying, I don't feel black. I don't walk around as black. I don't identify with black culture, maybe. Whatever they tell you. And y'all will still try to force them to be black. Do you know how dumb you sound to try to force somebody to be black if they're not black? Y'all need to unpack that. Unpack it. Unpack it. I love the fact that she told y'all what she is and she's standing on it. I love that for her. Okay? Because at this point, we can identify her exactly as she is. She don't have to take up black women's spaces. She don't have to be the first black woman who did this. The first black, because she not black. Shout out to Tyler. Your music.
So y'all just had to start beef with Africa, huh? Y'all just had to start beef with Africa. So if you guys didn't know, the girl that made this song, make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water. You know that. You know how that go. People were trying to cancel her or criticize her because she called herself a colored South African. In South Africa, that terminology is used to identify people who are mixed. Well, people in America who know she's from Africa still decided to put their 2 cents and stated that what she's saying is highly offensive and that she's being distasteful to her black side, stating that how could she say this and consider herself a black woman? Now, South Africans have come and started calling out us for calling her out. Well, not us, because I'm not a part of this. Y'all did that. But for calling her out about what she said, stating that they've always said that stop implementing American issues or terminologies onto Africa terminologies. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree, because y'all try to cancel somebody off of a disconnect. Like, even on the post of the neighborhood talk, I'm seeing y'all girls argue about how it doesn't matter if it's used for something else in Africa. Here it means that, and it should not be said at all. Bro, y'all can't tell another country folks what they can and can't say or do, bro. I'm just keeping it a bean. Like, y'all doing too much, bro. Y'all trying to, then y'all questioning her heritage and where she from and all that. And bro, y'all doing too much, bro. This is why it's always gonna be issues, bro. Like, why can't we all just get along? Social media needs a reset for how sensitive a lot of you guys are and how quick you are to try to cancel somebody or try to call somebody out for this situation. You got people in Africa stating that all we do is talk about race, bro. Like, I gotta see them comment. You got people saying that all we do is talk about race. And that is coming off offensive to people. What do you guys think about this whole situation? To me, bro, it's a situation that should have never happened. I love my African women, brothers, sisters, and I love my American women, brothers, sisters. We all just need to get along.
So Tyler stated that she is not black, she is colored. But I think a lot of people have been spreading misinformation about what this means. And so I did some research, and if anything I say is inaccurate or I'm not pronouncing something right, please correct me, because I'm still learning and I want to make sure that I'm spreading accurate information. I just wanted to spread what I came across because, again, I think a lot of people are getting confused, and I just want to clear some things up. First of all, to my understanding, this is a specific ethnic group. A lot of people are thinking about colored, the racial term that people used on African Americans, during the Jim Crow era. This was a racist term used to separate black and white people. Because, you had your colored people and then you had white people. You had colored restrooms and then white restrooms. This is separate. When we're talking about colored people from South Africa, because Tyler is South African, we're talking about people who are descending from the Khoisan people, which are indigenous people of South Africa. These people originally inhabited the western parts of South Africa from Asian and African slaves brought to the Cape from the earliest years of the colony, from European settlers, and from other Africans. Here's a screenshot that you can read. I'd read down here. Speaks a little of it. To my understanding as well, though, you simply being biracial obviously does not make you colored. And I think a lot of people are confusing this. I may be confused, so again, correct me. But, for example, Janae Eichel is biracial. That doesn't make her colored. Because, again, colored people obviously are coming from this indigenous group. Which is why I say I believe that this is a ethnic group. Like, I think colored people can be considered an ethnic group in that case, right? But yeah, if anyone has any more information to add to this, please do so. Again, I'm trying to educate myself, but I noticed that a lot of people are kind of mad or just like, I don't know. I just have been seeing some people say certain things that I'm like, I don't think that sounds very accurate. So I wanted to do my own research. This is what I discovered. This is from my perspective of doing this research. So yeah.
What do you guys think about what they all said? I think 2 to 3 stitches talked in depth about colored people and the people who are referred to as colored, especially in South Africa, and how they came about. And I think that is going to help people who are confused, or maybe people who are mad that she's not identifying as Black and calling herself colored. What do you guys think about Black Americans who are angry that she said she's not Black? I would like to hear you guys' thoughts about that. The way their race is viewed is different from how other people view race. It is specific to their culture, their history, and I think they still hold on to that post-apartheid. So I think this is kind of where the mix-up is coming from, and I think a lot of this mix-up is coming from people just basically seeing her and guessing that this person is Black. And to be honest, if you see her and you don't know she's South African, or you don't know anything about her, you just know, you guys just cross paths, you say, oh, this is a Black sister. So I think this is why a lot of people are arguing that why she calling herself colored, why she's not calling herself Black, why she's trying to deassociate herself from Black. I feel like this is just where all of this is coming from. Someone said white Europeans who colonized South Africans labeled people of mixed heritage colored to not allow them to add to the Black population of the majority. So I think their race is so specific to their history and their culture. So colored in South Africa is very different from Black people. Yeah, they are Black people, but then again, they have colored people. They have different culture, ethnicity, race. They even have different food. The majority of these people don't even speak the indigenous language. So we can tell that they have their own, like they are their own people, and they want to be identified as such. They don't want to be identified as Black. Because yeah, they are colored, so this is who I am, this is what you should identify me as. And Tyla has been standing on business. I think she has talked about this like twice, that she's not Black, she's colored, because this conversation came up on TikTok a few months ago as well. By the US standard, no white person is going to come across Tyla that hasn't heard anything about her and call her colored. Like once they see her, they will just say this is Black. So this is where all this conversation is coming from. I hope this video and those stitches actually help for people who are still a bit confused about colored South Africans and Black South Africans. I hope this video actually helped, because aside from the people who are angry that she does not identify as Black and calling herself colored, I posted this video as well because I saw 2-3 stitches actually, talking about how these people were formed and why they are being called colored people. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you all so much for joining, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe before you go and turn your bell notification on as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.